Hey guys, my first unpacking video. I got toys in the mail. I'm super excited. You know, photographers, we love our gear. So this is from Adorama. I bought a bunch of stuff recently. What's it gonna be? This is like Christmas for me. Packing. Not exciting. Oh, see? The Evolve. Oh, this isn't the exciting part, but let's see here. This is a bunch of stuff from Adorama. Let me open the exciting part. I kind of know what this is. Oh, okay. It's the Evolve 200 R2 Pocket Flash. So this is a rebranded Godox strobe. For you photographer friends that don't know, this is part of the slew of cheap Chinese gear that's been coming out. That is just awesome. So check it out. So this is basically a slightly larger speed light. It puts out the power of 3 speed lights, and you can mount it to all kinds of adapters, soft boxes, all that kind of jazz. And it's battery operated. This thing does TTL, does high speed sync. So you can shoot like with the Fuji camera at 8,000th of a second. The flash head comes off and you can mount, I should probably read the manual first, but you can mount, this is the battery obviously, an LED on the front. You can mount, I'm not going to touch it, but there's a bulb in here. Actually, I can't touch it, it's okay. You can mount this kind of bulb on there so it throws the strobe or the light out like 360 degrees. So this is kind of the in-between of a studio strobe and a speed light. Thing's got 200 watt seconds of power, and again, it's high-speed sync, and it comes with the trigger. I'm really bad about reading manuals. I don't read manuals, I gotta be honest. So, but this time I may have to read the manual. So let's see. Oh, there we go. There you go. See, didn't have to read. So what else did we get here? I'm going to tuck this back away. So this is kind of cool. This is basically a studio strobe that's battery powered, and it's tiny. So it's pretty cool. This is the trigger. This is for the Fuji camera. They make these for Nikon, Sony, and Canon. If you've ever used Pocket Wizard triggers, they're about $200. This is like $45. So I got the light with the trigger, with a barn door kit, and then this guy is called a twin head mount. And this is all Bowen's kind of connector, which means, like, you know, there's like it's just like a standard strobe type connector for accessories. So Bowen's is kind of a brand. So you can mount 2 of these Godox or Evolve, whatever you want to call them, heads back there. So you can have 400 watts, and then on the front you can put in different flash tubes. And then this is where you can mount, like, say, beauty dishes, soft boxes, all kinds of jazz, and then it mounts to a light stand. So basically gives you studio quality lighting in a super portable package. And again, no cords. This is all battery. And if you don't know what high speed sync is, check it out. But it basically allows you to, normally you can't sync a strobe above 250th of a second. This will allow you to sync at, say, 8,000th of a second to cut all that available light. So you want to shoot in bright sunlight at f1.8, like with some of these fast Fuji lenses, you can do that. This is a reflector, I think, for bare bulb. So this is for that tube. The little tube goes in there and shoots a strobe straight out. The trigger, I've heard, basically controls the whole thing. So there's very little controls on the light, but the trigger controls it either manual or TTL. Let's see, what else do we got here? Lots of toys. If you don't know about the Godox stuff, you need to learn about the stuff. All of this equipment has kind of come from China, and it's super competitive, and you get a lot of technology for not a lot of money. And there's great Facebook group pages. That's how I learned about all this stuff, from a Facebook group page called CheetaStand Godox MoPro. So CheetaStand rebrands the lights and sells rebranded Godox lights with their own name on it. These came from Adorama, and again, I got like the whole kit for $300 with shipping. MoPro is another company that sells it, and they offer support through these Facebook group pages, and it's killer quality for cheap prices. So this is from CheetaStand, and no, there's not a cheetah in there, but if I could have a cheetah as a pet and it wouldn't eat me, I would totally take it. So CheetaStand is another one of these companies. I assume they have this made in China. They put their name on it, but it's a US company that gives you support. Okay, so I got another stand mount. This will hold one of those Evolve 200 heads. So, or a speed light. So you can just clamp any other kind of speed light in there. Just clamp it down right there. This is like your typical like swivel mount doohickey, right? Oh, it's kind of ratcheted. I don't know that I love that, but we'll see. Probably got to learn how to use it. So anyhow, again, you can use it with soft boxes, stuff like that. But what I got here is supposedly a very awesome reflector that all the people on the Facebook page loved. And where's the diffuser? Okay. Oh, there it is. So this has got a cool name. It's called the Colt 45. No, it's not malt liquor, in case you all know what that is. It's got a 30-degree grid. This thing was about, I don't know, $70, $80. It's a directional reflector. So a lot of guys raved about this, that they can basically get high output with the 200-watt light. Very directional, kind of keeps the light at from spilling all over the place. You want it even tighter, you can throw the grid on there. But I guess they say like at a 1 foot distance, the light's about a 1 foot circle. At an 8 foot distance, it's an 8 foot circle. The main reason I got this is so I can shoot on location, not use a big modifier that's gonna fall over. So ultimately this guy will go on here like that, and then we'll put a speed light in there, and I can kind of mix it up by putting a sock on it, or a grid, or a combination of the two. Let's see here. There you go. So now you have a mini softbox, battery powered. We've been using studio strobes, the Einsteins. I'll point it out right here. We've been using these lights on location for quite some time with a battery pack, and it's okay, but you got a lot of cords. We use pocket wizards to control them. I cannot get high speed sync. Yes, I have 600 watts, but I'm limited to like 250th of a second. And more important, I love the Fuji camera gear, but I am unable to use it with strobes and sync above 125. So the Godox type stuff has been the way to get the Fuji outdoors, and I love the Fuji because I got 1.2 lenses, 1.4 lenses, and the camera's much smaller. It doesn't intimidate my subject. The second I bring out a Nikon camera, they get all weird and uptight and they start acting different. So I'm in love with the Fuji, but I've been using it literally without strobes this whole time. So that's this is kind of my first foray into using all this stuff. So anyhow, I don't know, keep an eye on my YouTube page if you're interested in more questions about this stuff. Ask me. I may not know. I could refer you to the website, or I could help you out. But give me comments. Let me know what you guys want to know. I think we'll do a little demo video on location so you can see how I light portraits on location. But I'm super excited. And oh, one last thing. If you're a client of mine, we're going to start a thing called Testing Tuesdays. Testing in photographers' terms is when we want to create new stuff for our portfolio, test out new ideas, new equipment. I obviously don't want to show up to a paid gig for the first time using all this stuff because I could be a bit clunky with it. So Testing Tuesdays is going to be something I throw out there. It'll be really inexpensive. It'll include a fine art print. And it's just going to be for select clients. So if you already know me and you're interested in doing that, you want a model or something, message me, either comment on the video and say hit me up, or find me on Instagram. But find me and let me know you're interested in it, and we can do some cool stuff kind of in my off season now. So signing out. I'm excited about my toys. I'm gonna go play with them. See you. Bye.